If you need access to multiple messages inside of your function, you could use the window functionality to get either the messages in a time period or a specific number of messages. So here I have created a new YAML file called function window.yaml using my same tenant and namespace. I have an input topic called input topic window, output topic of output topic window. And we're going to be creating this function window class, but the key here is I've added this new window config section to my YAML file, and I have a window length count of 4 and a sliding interval count of 4. We're going to actually define our function in just a minute in a way that's going to help us show exactly what these mean. In particular, this is basically going to take every 4 messages and send those into a function together, and then it's going to move to the next 4 and the next 4. And then we'll take a look at what the sliding interval count does as well. So here I am in IntelliJ, and I've created a new class called function window. Don't call it WindowFunction, because that is actually the name of the class that we need to import from the Pulsar Functions API, as well as the window context. So the context object we're going to be using is a little bit different. We still use the process method, and I'm going to be switching to the fact that we bring in a collection of records of type double, and we return a double. So now instead of getting one double in, we get a collection of records of type double. And then again, the window context object. So we can see exactly what comes into this function. First, I'm going to log to the log topic the size of our collection, so inputs.size. Then I'm going to, for each one of those, cycle through that with a for each loop and print out each individual value to the log as well, and then start to sum them up. I'm going to log the total and then return the average. So that's going to be the result divided by the size. So we're going to be using a double. So we'll have to change our producer a little bit, and I'll show you some specifics about how doubles are used inside of functions. But again, from the log, we'll get the size, we'll get each individual value, we'll get the total, and then we'll return the average. Since we've now made this code here, I'm going to go over to terminal and do the Maven clean install. And then I like to go back to my regular terminal, use pulsar cuttle functions create, and now I'm pointing this to my function window.yaml. Here in Stream Native console, I've already selected my function tenant and function namespace and gone to the topics tab here over on the left. The input topic into our window function we called input topic window. If I go ahead and click on that, you'll see that the schema that got created was of type JSON double, not just a double. So when the input of your function is a string, you're going to get type string here. But if it's a double, you're going to get type JSON double. So when we create our new producer that's going to produce these values, we need to make sure the schema is of type JSON double, not just double. So here I am in IntelliJ, and I created a new class called SNProducerWindow, and it's going to produce the input topic window, which already had a schema predefined when the function got created. I haven't produced to that topic yet using this class. So what I need to do then is change this here to producer double, but under new producer and schema, I'm going to say schema of type JSON double.class. And then when I do a for loop over my integers, I'm going to send the integer I cast into a double and then send that over to my input topic. Our goal then is to, if we go back to the function window, is to monitor our logs to see all of these log statements that come out, as well as look at the output topic. So for my consumer, I'm just going to reuse SNConsumer, and my output topic is output topic window. So I'm going to change this to just say output topic window. And then my log file, I'm going to take SNLogConsumer, and in my YAML file, I had that set as output topic window logs. Output topic window logs. So let me start up my consumer, which is going to hopefully show the average of every 4 values. I'll start up the log consumer, which will show all of the additional items we added into function window class. And then I'm going to start up the SN producer window, which should produce 10 doubles from 0 to 9. After waiting a few seconds for our function to get started and then we produce those messages, we can see here that our SN consumer, we get two different values coming in, 1.5 and 5.5. Those are the averages that got sent to the output topic. We logged quite a bit of information. So if I go back over here, I can see that the first time the window function got executed, it had a collection size of 4, and we had values of 0, 1, 2, and 3. So that's 4 different messages that made it into that one execution of the window function. And we had a total of 6. Divide that by 4, and that's where this value of 1.5 came in. Then the next 4 came in, and we had 4, 5, 6, and 7 with a total of 22. Divide that by 4, and we had a message of 5.5. We don't have at least 4 more messages, so there's 2 sitting in the queue, values 8 and 9. So if we send 10 more messages, we'll see 8, 9, 0, and 1 become the next window. So let me go ahead and run the producer window one more time. We'll get 3 different messages coming through. The 0, 1, 8, 9, which would be this one. Sorry, the 8901 would be this one. Then 2, 3, 4, and 5 is this one, which is this set here. And then finally we get 6, 7, 8, 9 for 7.5. So we have no other pending messages just because I know that we got 9 out and 9 was the last one we sent in. Here I am back in my function window.yaml, and I'm going to change the sliding interval count to 2. Let's go ahead and save that. And then here in terminal, I'll do pulsar_cutl functions update to get that YAML file change sent over to our cluster. I've restarted my consumers to empty out these 2 windows. I'm going to go ahead and send 10 more messages now that we've updated the sliding window value to 2. If I scroll up in the far right here, we can see that we get values of 8, 9, 0, and 1. So the collection size is 4, but then when we move forward to the next window, it only shifts by 2. So we had 8, 9, 0, 1. And instead of starting with 2, it slides forward to 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's overlap in the window when the window size and the sliding value are not the same.